Hey guys, it's Beth, and welcome back to some more Minecraft, also known as Block Therapy. I want to apologize for the previous two episodes, in which my audio is going to be very loud and, crunchy, because I had my mic directly up against my mouth, because, my computer can't decide if it wants my mic to be peaking or if I'm not audible at all. It's very annoying, and hopefully this time it's going to be at a more tolerable volume. Yeah, so besides that, I thought now is as good of time as any to share more about what I was previously talking about a little bit in the last episode. So, since we're in block therapy and talking about, all the different things that are, going on in my life, or just, circumstances in my life that aren't the greatest, that make things a bit difficult, I should probably mention how, basically, I have really, really bad skin. And by that I don't mean it's super dry or super just rough. No, my skin is actually very good in that regard. The issue with my skin goes down to my skin is incredibly sensitive to a detrimental degree. I heard a noise in my house, and I'm supposed to be home alone. Hold on. Well, I can say for certain no one's in my house. But it does, it gives me the opportunity to discuss, oh, damn it, I was too late. It gives me an opportunity to discuss another issue that I happen to have, and I'll get into that one a bit later. Wait, did I not pick up one of the chests in the house? What the hell? What happened? Did I just never... I never looted this place. Strange world. Oh, an Enderman was here. Oh no, that's just how that is. Okay. So, right, that's why I was cutting down wood, in order to get more sticks. That way, could make more torches. The hell? I'm still hearing zombies bash down doors. Hope that was it. Oh, that door is gone. This door is open. Oh, man. Well, hopefully most of the villagers can survive, because I don't really have high hopes. Where is... We have a golem. Where did he go? This golem is not doing his freaking job. Yeah. So, back to what I was saying before. I have incredibly sensitive skin. Here's the thing. My skin is okay with two things. Air and water. And that's being generous. Occasionally it doesn't like them. Does my skin like fabrics? Wearing clothes or having a blanket on it? Nope. It will cause it to get incredibly irritated over time, especially with certain textures and materials. So that one's a nightmare on day-to-day living. What else is my skin not happy with? Oh, most soaps. That's really convenient. Soaps, deodorants. So basically, fun fact, if you go into a public restroom and you look at basically any soap that's in there, there is a 99% chance that I'm allergic to it. It's ridiculous. So what else are we looking at? Oh, sunblock? Great. So I can't wear sunblock? And this one developed recently, and I have to go to the beach with my family tomorrow. So, yeah, it's, I'm gonna have a good time. Except I won't. I feel like I'm going to have a terrible time. And I don't want to, like, ruin their time, but I'm basically locked into going. It's not like I can say no now. So I guess I'll just put up with it and see how much I can handle. I found out that I was allergic to bug spray 2 days ago. I went on a trip with my family, and it was like in the woods, you know, we were going to do a hiking trail. Bug spray on my arms and legs. I had to sit out for the rest of that trip because yeah, it felt like my skin was boiling. My skin became red and boiling from the frickin' things. It's really, really not great. Man, I wonder what would suck for a trans girl to be allergic to. Oh, shaving cream? Yeah, great. I'm glad that every time I shave my face, I'm going to have to deal with, you know, feeling fire for a couple minutes, at minimum. Couple hours, depending on how bad that brand is we try. And, you know, we don't waste things around here, so it's gonna be what I'm stuck with for a while. Yeah, it's really, really awful, actually. I do not wish skin problems like that on anyone. Because, genuinely, it sucks. It really sucks. You know, you just hope that, like, you hope that you're going to be able to, like, do things with other people, and then you find out, oh, nope, if I'm outside too long, I'm going to burn, whether it be from the sun or from, just, like, what is supposed to prevent me from getting burned. And also, my stomach hurts a lot right now, which is not great, especially since I want to record a lot of these in advance, since I'm not going to be able to do videos for a little bit due to me being, you know, I'm doing a trip with my family tomorrow that might, you know, result in me being burning alive for a whole day, or it might just, like, completely knock me out, and I'll have to just, like, live with that for a while. Yeah, it's not fun. Earlier this week when it happened, it was a nightmare because I had to do several other things that day as well with them. And I essentially got to a point where I was, like, just, like, quietly hoping to die. Since it was that bad. I was just hoping, please let this be over. I need to go home. I need to go shower. I need to go lay down. I took a Benadryl and it barely took away half of the issues. It's ridiculous. I do not wish skin problems on my worst enemies. It's just like a nightmare. I am not joking when I say that if it exists and it's not water, my skin will hate it, or will grow to hate it. I have never been... Generally, like, ever since I was very young, I've never been too keen on clothing. And it turns out that's just because, my body feels things on it and hates it. My body hates existing, touching anything. Which is also a problem because I'm touch-starved, but that's another issue entirely, and we don't have time to break that down. At least not in today's episode. But that noise that I thought I heard gives me another brilliant opportunity to segue into another bodily problem I have. I have auditory hallucinations occasionally. And they are minor, but they are frightening when they happen. Basically, it's like I will hear crashes and like bangs in my house when no one's home. I'll hear voices that aren't there. It's never anything like major. It's nothing that like is incredibly bad or awful, but it's concerning. It's like it scares me from time to time, and I'd prefer if it didn't happen, and like it makes me feel bad because like that's one of those things like you hear someone say, "Oh, I hear things that don't like exist," and you're like, and like people will always be like, "Oh, this is a crazy person." It's like, no, my brain just like keeps doing this to me. I'm a victim of my own fucking body. Like, genuinely, in so many ways, my body has decided to just screw me over. For no reason. I've been nothing but nice to my body, and it repays me by doing shit awful. And just like having those auditory hallucinations can be issues, but they're infrequent. Like, they'll happen every once in a while. They're not like a major issue, honestly. What's more concerning is also sort of related. I have sensory overload issues. Like, really bad. Like, okay. Like, to put it in very simplistic terms, if there's more than, like, 3 or 4 things happening all at once, my body is not okay with it. Basically, a really, like, good example is I have gone to an aquarium that is not too terribly far away. I mean, it's pretty far, but, like, for where I live, it's not far, if that makes sense. Like, I live in nowhere, so far to me is, like, out of state. And every time that we have gone, especially recently, I have had an issue with breaking down, like, hands over my ears, like, nearly crying on the floor, sometimes actually crying on the floor, hands over my ears, of just, like, well, that's basically it. The noise and, like, the sights and, like, the sounds, it all gets to me. And I just, like, I break down. I can no longer function in that moment. It's terrible. For anyone who has never experienced sensory overload or does not have issues with it, it's very hard to, like, it's hard to explain in simplistic terms. Essentially, like, I will intentionally, like, I can, like, what's it called? I can stop my, like, I don't know. Crap, I'm really trying to, like, figure out an easy way to, like, put this into words, but it's kind of, like, really difficult. My body cannot handle so many senses at once. It's very prevalent with noise and images. Like, primarily it's down to, like, noise and images on, like, if there is too much visual or auditory stimuli, my body cannot handle it and just shuts down. Like, it feels like there's, like, genuinely, like, being, like, there is a weight being forced down onto me whenever, like, it's happening. And that, like, that's basically it. It feels like my entire body is, like, covered in weight, but also, like, pins and needles the entire time. I can feel the air on my skin. I can feel the clothes on my back. Like, everything becomes too much. And if you don't have to deal with that, be thankful. 'Cause, like, you can be, like, it sucks, to be honest. Like, that is the best way for me to describe it. It sucks. This isn't, like, there is, like, nothing particularly funny about it. It's just, you can break down crying from noise alone. You can physically feel ill because of how much you're hearing around you, how many different tones there are. It feels like something is scratching at your very bone. It's awful. And I have to deal with that, working in an industrial environment. So I'm sure you know how well that is. How quiet and calm those environments are. I'm sure nothing bad happens there. It's very surprising how few panic attacks I've had while working at Lowe's. Like, no joke. I've only had, like, maybe, like, 3 a week max. And now that I'm going down to working just 3 days a week, that's honestly kinda gonna help. Especially since I'm gonna start getting, like, more sleep again. And I'm going to be sleeping, like, somewhat normally again, where I don't have to go to bed at 8 o'clock and wake up at 3 in the morning 5 days a week. It's gonna be amazing. I won't be as tired as often. I won't, like, I'll be able to have a social life again outside of, like, my job, which is also really nice. It's like, that's why you're seeing videos from me and Evan together again, because now we both have jobs. The hell? Oh, that's just the noise of the block. Okay. Like, we both have jobs that are... I hate that. Oh my god, I hate that actually. What the hell? Tough? Hate that. Hate that noise. Okay, cool. Basically, like, both Evan and I have jobs now, so... And our schedules very much conflict with each other's. So it's hard for us to do things together a lot. But now, it's slowly getting better. So... That's something to be thankful for. Okay, my stomach is beginning to bother me a lot, so I'm actually probably going to head back up to the surface and then call it for today's episode, since my body's not happy with something that I ate, probably. I don't have that much of a touchy stomach, but sometimes it just decides to fight me, so you know how it is. So, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!